So I think we're gonna go to the same dive sites today. I gotta go debate with my guide, but we saw some cool stuff that I want to get a better crack at, and yeah, I think we might go there. So the real challenge is gonna be, one, getting better footage, but also trying to make it different than last episode at the same dive site. So let's see how that goes.
Critter Hunter.
Freaking hot. So yeah, I think we decided, at least on the first dive, we're gonna go back to Secret Corner, or that area. It's a little sanctuary thing, and the main reason is because of that orangutan crab. I mentioned it in the episode before. I was filming that cuttlefish, and when I looked at the footage later, there was a orangutan crab behind it. So I was a little sad because I was just telling my guy, we should go find an orangutan crab, those are awesome. And he's like, yeah, well, maybe we'll find one. And then I seen it in the footage, in like the background, on accident. So I think we're gonna go try to find it. It's gonna be hard to find. It's tiny, it's out in the middle of the ocean. It's like 28 meters, if I remember right. So hopefully we can find it again, but it doesn't even matter because there's so much stuff there to film. The second reason I want to go back there is because of that Xeno crab. I showed it in the last episode, but to be honest, it was so cooperative that I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't spend more time setting up the tripod. The battery and the light was almost dead. I feel like I could have got way better footage. It was just, I never see this crab, maybe 1 in 20 dives, and I should have spent more time filming it. It's so cool, and I definitely know where that is because they don't move. So I think we're gonna go back there, and while I'm filming that, he'll search for the orangutan crab. I'm probably gonna ignore the flamboyants because I've been filming them so much just so I could get other stuff. If we're lucky, maybe we'll find octopus or something, but that's my goal for today. It's not gonna be easy to find the orangutan, but we'll try. And then we'll do it a second dive, or maybe we'll go somewhere else. I don't know. This new guide that I have he finds everything, so we could go anywhere here and film cool stuff. So I got my lucky dive shirt on. It is like 34 degrees at 8:30 in the morning. It's so hot, but luckily I'm getting in the ocean. I wish you guys could join me. It's just paradise here. I think I'm also gonna run the drone on the beach while we're there. Like I said, I gotta try to make this episode different than the last since we're going to the same spot. I only have 1 battery with me for the drone, but should be able to get the beach at least. Show you guys what that's like. Sounds like I need to go put my gear together. Hello, cat.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Of course. I'm your lucky charm.
Alright, let's get ready.
Wrong dial.
That's because I'm the DIN. Oh, you use DIN too? You use DIN?
No. I use no.
Oh, these two are mine.
Yeah, this two.
Okay.
So what?
DIN. DIN is so much better, man.
But this one is O-ring, the black one, right?
Yeah. The orange. And also, if you're using a
DIN valve.
so the orange should be
Different.
in this side.
That's a regulator, guys. Octopus. as what they say, because look at that. There's only 4 arms.
We're searching for an octopus.
Searching for octopus. We ate that last time, so you don't expect.
Guys, if you come diving and you need a guard, he will do it for cheap. You gonna bite me? What's his name?
Ang singalan niya? Huh?
Black? Black and white. Why not brown and white? Another perfect day.
And I don't know where I'm going to put this. Just here. So yeah, boy, show us some good aerial views. It's that. Take off. Yeah. Are you already recording?
So my man Alex, he's good
Sir
at
Alex,
he's
spotter.
good at finding all the small stuff.
That'll be good.
Hello, hi.
Hello, hi.
He's gonna find all the small stuff. So if we're really lucky, maybe we'll find the orangutan again. So
Yeah,
let's go.
fingers crossed.
The first thing I see is a tiny little porcelain crab, about the size of a US quarter. It's kind of funny that since you guys challenged me to find a colorful crab, I couldn't find one for weeks. And then when I finally found them and finished that challenge, now I see them all the time. This little guy actually got cut out in the open. His little tiny anemone home was only about a foot away, but for some reason he was out in the sand letting me film him. It was one of those rare, perfect moments where I get a chance to get a decent shot. I guess instead of running back home, he just decided to bury himself in the sand. Like I said, I wanted to go back to that whip coral and trying to find that Xeno crab. and I went straight there because it's about 28 meters and I needed as much bottom time as possible. But then I couldn't find them. But I found this little shrimp. And of course these little gobies, or whatever they're called, was on the same whip coral. But as I was filming this little fish, that little shrimp from a second ago got eaten by the crab I was looking for. He was so well hidden I couldn't even see him until he ran over and snatched up that little shrimp. I wish I would have caught that on camera. These guys are so hard to film. We're talking about the size of a dime, and this whip coral is just swaying in the drift. The way I did it was I only used one leg on the tripod, kind of like a monopod, and then I swayed back and forth with the whip coral, so it seems like it's more steady. Of course, it doesn't always work that well. It's also hard to keep the right distance as well, since I need to be about an inch away with these two macro lenses. But I think it came out a little better than in my last dive, in the last episode. You guys let me know. So right next to this whip coral, there's a little sea star and ornate ghost pipefish, which I showed you in the last episode. And I thought I was just going to ignore it today. But then my guide pointed out that there was a juvenile next to him. And these guys are more fun to film, although pretty hard. These are actually way harder to film than that Xeno crab, even though they're a lot bigger, because they're constantly moving away from the light and the lens. So these shots came out good, but these just few seconds are the culmination of about 3 or 4 minutes of filming. To reiterate how many critters I actually see and don't film, here's a shot of another failed attempt. This cool looking anemone was like an oasis out in the middle of the sand. So I just took off the lenses and filmed it for a while. If you're wondering how my guide finds such tiny macro critters, sometimes a third or even a quarter the size of a BB, it's because he carries around a magnifying glass and finds critters like this hermit crab that are barely bigger than the sand. Now, I don't know exactly what species of clownfish these are, but I find that they're the most aggressive and mean. They always bite me. So guys, just like in my last episode, I'm going to have to cut out a lot of footage just to make this video under 20 minutes so you guys don't get too bored. But I'm going to put together all the lost footage and make a video of its own later, so don't worry. But that being said, I could use your help identifying this guy. It was super cute, and my wife laughed a lot when she saw this footage. It kind of looks like a squat lobster, but with a hat made out of grass. Maybe you guys could help me identify it. I've never seen one like that. I guess his hat was a little top heavy, because he just got pushed over with the first current that went by. And he's having a hard time getting back up. So let me know in the comments below what species this is, because he's hilarious. Alright, done for the day. This site is pretty cool. First dive site we did was here. Saw a bunch of stuff like you saw. And went down to like 31 meters. Second dive was closer towards that boat. You can't really see it, but there's some artificial reef there, and you can see so many macro critters. Couldn't stay long because it's like 28 meters, but filmed a lot of stuff. Saw 1,000 times more than I could film, like little tiny morays and stuff, but pretty cool little dive site. Good food at this restaurant, good spot to set up your gear. So yeah, I don't know the names of this. Secret corners right there, but yeah, this is a good little spot, and I got an awesome critter guide, so we're gonna get back and clean the gear. That was a pretty awesome dive. Pretty awesome day of diving. Now I'm going home. I also got to film a little bit about the resort because I'm starting a series about dive resorts and dive centers in Darwin. So that'll be on another episode of its own, just to show who I've been diving with. And then I go to down south and some other dive resorts and dive with them and show you what they're like. So yeah, pretty awesome day. Judea learned how to fly the drone, and I got really scared, so I just jumped in the ocean and hope for the best that she didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was nice. It was like okay. It's really easy. Yeah.
To fly?
Yeah, it's really easy to fly. And I feel like okay, I'm planning to fly like a drone for Kevin, for the dogs and all, you know.
When we tried it at home, Kevin attacked the drone. I thought there was gonna be a fur flying, but Judea caught him in the last second. So we gotta go home and see if he's still alive. He probably died of boredom in the few hours we were gone.
No way.
So thanks guys for watching. If you made it this far, you're awesome supporters, and I love you guys. Bye.